はい、彼はロイ。でもなんでここに？リコ、会いに来たんだ。ちょっと待って。何この展開？ホゲータに。ホゲータ？ベビーハハハ。空の上で波乗りドキドキワクワクな。
Brave heart, 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 doki doki doki, doki doki doki. Oh, hey there. Sorry, I was just jamming out to the ED. You know what? Like Pokemon Horizons, the ED, it just gets me like excited and hype. And I honestly cannot wait until like this gets dubbed because my kids are going to love the ED. Like, I mean, they hit us with the brave heart, 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 doki doki doki. And then they hit us with the rap. His with the rap too. The ED is just so good. It's such a pleasure to hear, and like it's hype, and that's what you want out of like an ED or an OP. You want an OP to get you like really hyped, like you can't wait. Like, yes, it's back another week, it's back another weekend, you know. And then you want the ED to like, you know, really like as the episode ends, no matter what happened, even like this episode we left off on a cliffhanger. No matter what happens, you want the ED to like, you know, like let's go, you know, like let's see, like, you know, Caterpie, Golduck, Squirtle, Charmander, you know, it's like let's go, you know. I think it's just such a cool thing. And one of the things I really love about Pokemon Horizon so far is like it really does kind of like take me back to the days like when I was watching like the first season of Pokemon when I was a kid. Like that, it has that special, like that little special that has that special sprinkle of something on it. And I think that's what's so cool about this show. And I think that's what like my kids are gonna find really cool about it when they finally get to watch it. Like I know my daughter, because she's a big old like Sprigatito fan. I know that she's definitely going to, you know, love the show when it finally gets, you know, the English dub and everything like that. So definitely very excited for, you know, them to be able to watch it. But episode number 5, I think episode 5 was probably like the least exciting episode so far, but I think it's okay because it served a purpose. Episode 5 served a purpose for really two kind of main things. It set up Roy once again, and last week, I'm not gonna like really stick on it. Last week I already told you guys my hesitancy towards Roy. I think that the show would have been better served if it just completely centered around Liko. And again, because the reason is she's charming, she's vulnerable, she doesn't quite know what she wants to be, stuff like that. Like I think she's just such a unique main character for Pokemon that it's really been really awesome to see. And even this episode, like she again shows us that vulnerability, that she simply just doesn't know anything. And she shows us that vulnerability when she's talking to Roy about not knowing anything. And it's okay to not know things, and it's okay to just kind of figure it out as it goes on. So I really love that. And then, you know, when the episode starts too, Liko's the one that's narrating the episode for us too. But in episode 5, I think the main thing that it served its purpose for was it showed us that Roy is, you know, it showed us Roy's growing relationship with fuecoco. And it showed us that they immediately had a bond, and a bond through singing. That, you know, when Roy finally recognized fuecoco's beautiful singing, and he actually sung along with him, and you know, that specialness that he left fuecoco in this episode ended up going to go search after and go try and find Roy, because he does want to be his partner in Pokemon. And I think that was a really cool thing. It's a really cute thing, and it kind of shows us how, you know, Pokemon will kind of come together, and they will kind of like, you know, I don't want to call it imprint, but kind of like an imprint on a trainer, and it's kind of like vice versa. It's like, you know, you can immediately feel this partnership brewing between them. So I thought that was really cool. So that's kind of the first thing that it showed us, was like it showed us the ties between Roy and between fuecoco. The second thing is Amateo and his group of Team Rocket Bandits, the Explorers. Obviously, we need to learn more about them and their organization and what's driving them and everything else. But one thing that we did learn about Amateo is that he definitely is a, how do you say it? Amateo is definitely somebody who has some kind of a moral compass. And in the episode, you know, his subordinates are like, let's go attack the ship, let's go destroy the ship, blah, blah. He's like, no, we're not here for that. We're just here to get this pendant from this girl. We're not here to go and like cause this like disruption and dismay. we're just here to complete this task. And I actually really like that about Amateo. I like our villains to have some kind of moral compass, for them not to just be like these like we're evil villains kind of thing. I like for them to have some kind of like semblance of humanity. And although that they are the evil group right now, we don't really know for sure what's driving them. I like that there is a semblance of humanity within Amateo, and I think that's really cool, especially with thinking through the mind of this is a kids show, so it's good to show that even a bad guy can have dynamicness to their personality and understand good and evil, right, or good and bad. And the fact that he's like, no, we're not going to go do this bad thing, we're here to go do this one thing that we were hired for. This is what we're trying to do. Now obviously they did use they did go and try and like distract them and stuff to go find the pendant, but I like that little flexibility between good and bad, but that they have. The rest of the episode, Sprigatito did destroy Golduck. I like that. And then Roy finally did meet up with fuecoco. He got him to do an Ember. He did it through song. I don't know if I like that quite a bit. I've already said I think Roy kind of disrupts the flow of what we had going a little bit. And because this episode focused a little bit more on Roy, I didn't enjoy it as much as like the last 4 episodes where we got just our full focus on Liko here. And I can kind of see the writing on the wall a little bit that Roy is going to be kind of that distraction character, that it's going to be a little different than Liko overall. But again, a really good episode. Really enjoyed it. I just think out of the 5 that we've gotten so far, I think it was like the least enjoyable one. But again, the writing's on the wall. I think that episode 5 and going forward, I think we have something really cool and special here. And honestly, I just can't wait to see more. So let me know what you guys thought, of course, in the comments. Hit the like button for me. Watch other videos if you haven't seen the last 4 reviews of Pokemon Horizons so far. And of course, I'll see you guys on the next one.